AITAH for choosing to live with my mom and have only court-ordered contact with my dad, even though my dad thinks I should side with him because he blames my mom for my half-sister's death. Last month, my brother and I spoke to a judge and asked him to let us live with our mom instead of splitting time between both of our parents like we have since they got divorced. The judge spent 20 minutes with each of us and decided to give us permission to stop going to dad's house. But he did order 3 phone calls a week each that are meant to be 20 to 30 minutes. He gave a mini speech on the importance of parents and letting past issues go as we move into adulthood. My dad hadn't realized when mom took him back to court that we were in on it. He didn't know we'd asked the judge to let us live with mom. When he figured it out, he had an outburst in court, and he tried to confront us and mom after we left the courtroom. Mom told us to keep walking, and she stepped between dad and us so he wouldn't try to stop us from leaving. Those phone calls are annoying. My dad uses them to ask why we choose mom and how could we abandon our family after everything mom has done. He accuses mom of parental alienation and doesn't believe us when we say she never said anything bad about him or Heather, his wife, or our half-siblings. He doesn't believe us. And he always brings it back to mom's responsibility for my half-sister's death 9 years ago. Not sure how much background you need, but here's the important stuff. Dad cheated on mom with Heather. Mom found out and divorced dad. I was 3 and my brother was 1. Heather and my dad tried to have kids, and she had 3 miscarriages. Then Heather's 4th pregnancy went better. Only she went into really early labor, and my half-sister was a preemie. My dad and Heather had a lot of money issues, and they started a GoFundMe to help them cover costs and everything. My mom won a car in some local competition and sold it for the money. Dad knew about it, or he found out online and asked mom for the money. My mom said no and refused to donate to the GoFundMe too. My dad and Heather ended up missing a lot of rent deadlines, and then my half-sister died. My dad and Heather always blame mom for it. They said if she had been less selfish and had put aside her hatred for them and helped by donating money or letting them borrow the money she got for the car, my half-sister would have lived. My dad said mom knew all about the miscarriages, and he bet she enjoyed knowing him and Heather were suffering. They talked about their anger and hate for mom around us a lot. We were told they blamed mom. Dad always stopped himself before going too far, but he said stuff over the years about how we should be extra loyal to him and Heather because we know mom was the reason our half-sister died. I always hated it, and my brother did too as he got older and understood more. My dad and Heather ended up having more kids after they got back on their feet. I was 14 when someone in dad's family told me about the affair, and they told me it made everything that happened after more intense. I told my brother. We felt awful for mom and saw dad in an even worse light than we did for all the shit he talked about her. That's what led to our decision to live with mom. My dad still thinks we should hate mom, and he talks to us like we're crazy for our choice. I know my dad still has grief he never worked through, but I don't think he's right, and I think he's crazy to expect us to hate mom for the same reason he does. AITAH, is it so weird that I made this choice?